No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And you know we had to bring BossTop on this.
No, for sure that, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I've been wanting to get on here for a long time anyway, though, Joe.
I know. I remember when your Vlad interview popped up, and I was like, God, he got him before me.
Yeah, that Vlad. Yeah, I had just did that Vlad like last year.
Right.
I think that Vlad then I did like 1 million views.
I know. They were fascinated by you. And then when I went out to O Block, who was there? Boom. I'm chilling with Shoebox Baby. He eating a pizza puff. We got BossTop.
You ever ate a pizza puff?
I didn't, but I watched him eat it. So I feel like I got the idea.
Shout out my boy Box, though.
Yeah, that was a legendary day. That was tight.
Sure.
Fredo Santana. Fredo
Long
Bang.
live Fredo.
Long live Fredo. Fredo Bang just in there shooting a video randomly. We got Drew in there. BossTop.
How you like it, though? How you like the O-Block?
I loved it. It seemed like it had such a good vibe. Like everybody was just on some real happy shit, which I guess makes sense because, you know, you got rappers in town, everybody all hanging out, shooting videos and shit like that. I'm sure it's not always like that.
Then it was like surprising to see you.
Yeah, I bet.
We got Adam in O-Block. That's nice.
But then the weird thing about it is that after that, from following you and Shoebox and all these people and stuff and just like I see a lot more of the community and what it's like on like a day-to-day basis. So I feel a little bit more tapped in with what it might be like.
It's smooth. Like people like that kind of. A lot of people like they don't outside looking in. They may hear stories. You feel what I'm saying? Like that make them like, man, no, I don't trust they little ass.
Right.
I don't even want to leave my phone on charger right here because I'm finna walk 50 steps away. They might take it. Whole time we chilling like we be. You synced it for yourself. We be open arm. We chilling. We have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Some people just really gotta. Like I said in many of my other interviews, you just gotta really come see for yourself. Like I don't know if people fear coming to see. Like I got high fears. Plane was a fear. I faced it. I get on planes. Now I want to ride first class. It's like,
but so you're suggesting that people who are fascinated by O Block should just show up and come hang out?
Come pull up. If hit a motherfucker, hit the DM, hit me, hit Lil Wani them, hit somebody. Look,
but
Joe,
you should hit somebody.
Yeah, hit somebody. Look, I'm finna slide through that bitch. Set shit up so when we have it, we gonna roll a red carpet out for you.
If a random ass YouTuber shows up, walk around the O, what's gonna happen?
Shit, he gonna ask questions. Some people, I'm ignorant.
Right.
I don't know you. Get me off your camera. I don't want to be at your camera.
You're doing good in life, though. You don't need to snatch his camera, but somebody might be like, give me that camera.
Photo man ain't gonna snatch no camera. Like, we ain't gonna snatch your camera. Like,
what?
This ain't way back 15 years ago when people first started bringing iPhones out and shit, and they started snatching phones. And like,
right.
Hell no, we don't do that shit. It's
really?
Like, it's like.
That's a letdown. I feel like somebody, they deserve to have their cameras taken at a certain point.
A little bit. Especially like we don't know you. What you doing with this camera? Like we think you the feds, the police, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. But you see how much of a clout opportunity it is for people where people really be showing up in O Block, filming vlogs and shit. I'm not sure if they always are tapping in or if they know anybody before they go there. Some of them it definitely seems like they just going in there and just seeing what happens.
Over there, bro. But I ain't have him come. He popped up. I made him turn the camera on first. He turned the camera on. We was chopping it up. And he laid it out on me. I asked him, like, you nervous? I'm not nervous. But my adrenaline, like his heart was just beating so fast. It's just too much going on. Like, a kid might shoot by on the scooter right here. Somebody might run past here. Anything. He said, he just got to watch everything. You're like, then after so long, he was cool. He was chilling. Cut the camera back on. He was kicking. You know what I'm saying? He started chopping it up with everybody. Walk around that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like... It's other people more than just black people that live in O Block.
Really?
It's other people that live.
White people?
Yeah, it's white people live in O Block.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to meet them.
Yeah, you got to come back. I'm gonna take you right to them.
It's like one family.
Yeah, yeah. But it's the point that they over there. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they ain't. This ain't no. Oh, can't nobody come over here type shit. Like
that sounds like a YouTube title right there.
Yeah, it's how YouTube
meeting the one white family who lives in O Block. Yeah. They must be cool as fuck.
I really just noticed on seeing them like recently.
If my girl leaves me, I'm gonna just get a bachelor pad in the O. And just be bringing girls back. Everybody be looking at me like, "What's he doing? Why is he here?" I'll be like, "I'm living it. I'm living what I podcast."
For sure.
That's the plan. Yeah, man. But okay, you said 15 years ago it was that much worse.
I ain't gonna lie, like before iPhones came out, like nowadays it's like it's way more opportunities for like the younger generation to get on their feet, and it don't have to be illegal.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You could get what you doing right now. I could get my kids 3 cameras, 2 microphones, some lights, and put them in the basement in one of them rooms.
And we're seeing a decent number of people from Chicago who are coming from basically nothing, and they're doing something, making enough money to live off YouTube.
Boom. But now it's just like, that shit gotta be facts though. Like, make that shit fact. Like people get these channels and be so fluky about what they got going on. You feel what I'm saying? Or what they know. It don't be facts. You feel me? So it's like, back to what I was saying. It's so many opportunities though, bro. Like, to get some money, and it don't have to be illegal. You could make your YouTube channel. You TikTok. Anything, dancing. If you know how to fucking make a nice looking peanut butter and jelly sandwich that's just a triangle, you fucking can blow up off the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
Off the TikTok, off the YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
And you didn't know about any of those opportunities when you were a kid.
There wasn't that many options. We ain't had the internet back then like that.
Because even Sosa was like the first person that you saw really like make something out of nothing in that environment.
One thing I know, I'm gonna tell you this, like, Chief Keef took advantage of his opportunity. Durk took advantage of his opportunity. Even King Von took advantage of his opportunity. But one thing I learned, I seen King Von do, that marketing was heavy, like it's himself, just from Instagram. Like,
he was a genius with it.
What?
Crazy.
That man was fucking the internet up. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, he took it like, all right. Like, bro, you love the internet, boy. You what? This shit getting me paid.
The way people fell in love with him so fast, and I like even going back and watching videos, watching interviews, and just thinking about him, it's like, holy shit. Like, I didn't realize the level of star that I was sitting across from when I did that interview with him back in the day. I thought his music was dope, but I didn't realize that he was like that big of a presence, because his name still... A lot of people, let's be real, a lot of people die in rap and they barely fucking get mentioned afterwards. Like, his name is still a fucking constant conversation.
Ain't no doubt about that.
Did you see any of that in him, like, real early on? Or was it kind of a surprise to you that he managed to take it so serious?
Music?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was gonna rap. I ain't never knew he wanted to rap. I ain't even knew he knew how to rap.
Right.
I used to tell T-Roy, though, like, you need to rap. It was a time Von had his little street fame, but T-Roy fame was, like, kind of different, because it's like, they both was, like, Sosa little best friends, you feel me? So it's like, all right. Sosa always rapped about him. T-Roy, putting them in songs with my name in there, put our name in there together. You know what I'm saying? That. And Von used to be in and out of jail a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, we ain't never think folks old motherfucker rap. You feel what I'm saying? I used to be telling T-Roy and Jake Money, like, y'all better rap.
Didn't he do like 6 years straight at one point?
Who, Von?
Yeah.
No, hell no.
Or how long do you ever sit down for that one thing?
Shit, we both sat down for like a tray and a half. He did like 6 months, like 3.5 years or some shit like that.
Right.
I did 3. Shit. No, he ain't never did, but he just was always going in, and he'll be gone 18 months.
Right.
12 months, 8 months, you know what I'm saying? So it all calculate up to about than 6 years, you feel what I'm saying? He would never stand out there. Like, when he just was out right now, when he just like rapping and blew up, that's the longest he ever been out of jail.
But how much of a factor was Durk getting behind him? Like, you think that he had that motivation regardless, or you think that Durk choosing to promote him early on and really getting his corner was like the factor that made him take it that serious?
There's no doubt about that. Like, if folks, if blood get to stomping you, if Durk get to stomping you, bro, and like, and get to pushing you and get to vouching for you, you better take that shit serious. You better take that shit. That's Durk. Take that shit serious. Take advantage of that shit. Do what you gotta do.
Right.
Cause he ain't gonna do that for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta capitalize off for it, but it's like that was just God though. That was just his gift. That was what was laid out for Vaughn. Like this was finna happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Cause it's like I was gonna give up rapping. I wasn't finna rap when I got out. I wasn't know nothing. I'm chilling. I'm fuck that rap shit.
You're really over it?
I was over that shit. Boy, you finna rap, boy, you tripping, you top, bitch. Ooh, you just stop playing.
Right.
I had my reason, you feel what I'm saying? Man, you a gangster, stop playing. So boom, I kept going. Then I just see like, I get out, they say Crazy Story was out for like, you got a lighter?
These guys do.
They say Crazy Story was out on YouTube for like, I got out December 24th. Crazy Story was out down there like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Bitch was at like 6 million. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
I'm looking at how the fuck you get 6 million. I'm like, you bought these views, boy? Hell no. You know, they fucking with it.
Right.
I'm like, damn. So, him and Mimo dropped the Exposing Me shit. I see that bitch go up. I'm like, damn, Shorty, everything he touched is going nuts right now. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet. He studied on me like, man, boom, we make a song. I got a song with him called Get Back Mode. He dropped it. I'm like, hell no. He like, why? I'm like, I finna lose some weight. Yeah, your ass fat as hell. I'm like, I ain't rapping until I lose some weight. I'm that shit dead. I ain't go in no big top like this. Hell,
right.
I'm fat as hell, boy.
You don't want to be a fat rapper.
I ain't want to be no fat rapper. Hell no. I ain't go in that fat. Fuck, I'm gonna come out big as hell. That's a whole new dude. Hell no. I'm the same nigga. Dude. I pop out. I lose my little weight. Boom. I dropped the Not From 63rd song. He on me like, man, we need to drop this. I held that bitch for a minute. We ended up dropping that bitch. That bitch go crazy.
But who said Not From 63rd in a song like that first? Was it you or him?
No, he did.
He did, and then you made that
That's
song.
Okay.
Gotcha. Just checking.
Yeah, I had just dropped a song called Not From 63rd though, but I got that saying from him though, you know.
Right. But have you taken a step back from including your enemies and talk like that in your lyrics over the last couple of years?
If people really listened to me back then, I was disrespectful as hell.
That's what I'm saying. When I was watching mad videos,
their mama,
yeah,
the people that he lost. Now I try not to even say, I ain't gonna put nobody kids in that shit. I don't put nobody mom in that shit. I got kids, I got a mom. You know what I'm saying? And then if I don't really like speaking upon people who gone no more, like I wish a lot of people would stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit. Just a lot of people only where they at is for diss rapping. Like they can't make whole songs. People can't make no real music. Like they only getting diss views. Like, oh, he dissing the dead. He just said 95 names dissing them. He went to the. That's why you only getting the views. It's people who are gonna be nosy.
Right.
Try to make a regular song without even dissing the motherfucker. Motherfucker ain't gonna get no views.
It's a cheat code.
I ain't even gonna say it. They just the shit. It was busting then. That shit was going crazy. We was what smoking? Who smoking what? You feel me? That shit ain't about nothing. That shit whack. You hear me? That shit whack as hell.
Well, I mean, by the time you make it to 30,
that shit played out.
If you still think that shit is tight at 30, you know, like you live this long to see how much all this killing is just for nothing. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, not for nothing, because I understand why this shit takes place. But I mean, would you say you have regrets about all this stuff? Like, if you could have, would you have just wished you could turn back time and make it so that none of this shit got to the temperature that it got?
I ain't gonna say that because shit, I couldn't even start this shit. This shit was, this what was going on. You feel me? So it's like, only thing I regret is not like chasing what I really, really, really wanted to chase, and that was like, I was playing football when I was a shorty, so it's like that's my favorite. I always wanted to be a quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? I always wanted to go to school. I wanted to go to college. It's just like I just made bad choices. I just regret the choices I made. You feel what I'm saying? If I can go back and make the right choices, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I go back and make the right choices. I do what I gotta do. You feel me? It's like, if you know you got an opportunity at a young age, you gotta take that motherfucker. Don't think of what a motherfucker gonna say about you or what a motherfucker gonna think if they gonna fuck with you or they ain't. You know what I'm saying? Cause get what? They might ain't got 10 years left in them. You feel what I'm saying? Whether they gonna die or go to jail. You feel me? So it's like you might make this choice with them and they leave you. Now you just stuck and you can't go back and fix it. It's over with. Now you gotta survive. You feel what I'm saying? So if you gonna make a choice, make the right choice. And if you got an opportunity and you know you could take it and take advantage of that shit, go on do what you gotta do, blood. Like, come back, see a motherfucker. You might change the world. You might change the hood. Like, they damn folks just took off for 5-6 years, went to school. He come back, he got everything. Now them shorties looking like, fuck that, I'm going to school. Y'all like selling what? I'm finna go sell this knowledge real quick. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that's the only thing I regret. It's like not making the right choices because now I got 3 little boys that I gotta really, I try not to let them see the choices I made. But you know, this shit, they say that invisible. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta make them make the right choices. You feel what I'm saying? Make my 2 daughters make the right choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's all it's about.
But how hard do you think that is gonna be? Do you think at the end, like, they're gonna be tempted by the same shit that you were tempted by?
Man, hell no. Hell no. I ain't have my daddy in my life. They got their daddy. They got me. I ain't got no dirty ass kid, ain't got no dumb ass kids. They got everything. So it's like they can't do nothing but do right shit. Like, I mean, you know, kids gonna be tempted anyway. You got this YouTube shit now. They gonna see shit on YouTube, these movies now. So it's like you just gotta be there and teach a motherfucker. It ain't all about beating on your kids and I gotta take them out this way. You just gotta holler at your kids and lay it on. Stop trying to hide shit from your kids. Give it to them in a raw. I'm gonna show them motherfucker these bullet holes. You don't want to get shot, bro. Fuck that shit. Go on, keep it moving. Like, fuck that shit. I got shot and all that. I did everything I did for y'all not to have to do that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But do you want to hide that from your kids up until a certain age? Because it's kind of like
My
a
kids
scary.
already know I got shot, bro. They be on YouTube, bro. That shit all over YouTube.
Oh, they watch that shit?
Man, they YouTube head.
You catch them watching BossTop YouTube documentaries?
No, I ain't never catch them like watching it.
You showed them?
No, my daughter said it to me. Like,
and what she say?
She ain't said it to me. She had said it to her grandma. Like, what happened to him? And they were like, nothing. And she like, I was just on YouTube. They just said he got shot. And they gonna let her know. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's like, you can't.
You couldn't hide anything.
You can't hide that shit.
Was she like? What was her response? Was she freaking out?
She just, you know what I mean, be careful. Like,
well, because she doesn't understand getting shot.
Just be careful. Go back to Atlanta, daddy.
Right. What the fuck happened? You were just walking around. Like, we were talking about how O Block's so nice, but you got shot right over there, right?
I mean, I just know I was on motherfucking Instagram. I was finna go live, and I just felt some shit.
You were about to go live.
Yeah, and I just felt something.
Out on the street, not in the actual complex.
I just felt something, Adam. That's it.
Right.
I just felt something.
Where?
In my back, and then my arm. It came out my side right here, side of my chest.
You had to go to the hospital?
No, I went to the vet. You know I had to go to the damn hospital. Adam, what the fuck? We ain't got no bootleg doctors. Hell no. You say you went to the hospital. What you think I went to my grandma's house?
If you get shot and you don't have to go to the hospital, does it count? Like if it's just a little...
Shit, that's like a graze then.
Yeah, I would feel bad claiming that I got shot.
I remember like, it's like, I felt the motherfucker hit my finger before, like 13 years ago.
Wow.
To this day, probably still think I'm lying.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, I thought I got shot in my hand. They were like making fun of that shit. I'm like, telling you, bro, I felt the motherfucker hit my hand, bro.
And it wasn't like part of a bigger shooting. It was just a random bullet that hit your finger?
It was just some shots with these kids. And I
That's
felt my
scary.
finger hurt and started running. And I checked it, everything was everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm like, I know I just felt that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What
hey, man, this ass playing. I was dead serious, though.
That's some scary shit. Goddamn. Hey, you were talking about the YouTuber thing before. Do you feel like, on average, when you see a street guy become a YouTuber, that they be engaging in corny behavior, or how do you feel about that? We don't have to name names.
Like a regular, like if I just become a YouTuber,
right? Because we've seen dudes who are actual real street dudes, even from Chicago. They become YouTubers, and it's kind of like they know that they have to toe the line between being too gossipy or being like a straight up rumor monster, like saying shit that might be fake.
I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest it. Like, I wouldn't suggest it.
If you live there,
If you got a
especially.
certain image,
Right.
I wouldn't suggest it. Just leave it up to people who like and who into that type of shit, like who like to do that type of shit. Like that's what they want to do. They wasn't probably into nothing else before that. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I wouldn't suggest it.
Right.
You wouldn't look right.
I mean, it's a complicated situation. You've seen 16. He's like the new YouTuber coming up out of Chicago.
16 shot him.
Yeah, and it's like he's killing it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like every interview he does, where it's somebody talking a bunch of shit about somebody else, that kind of closes the door on a bunch of other interviews.
Right?
And
why do people like podcasters, YouTubers? Why do I'm gonna say y'all not? But this ain't going to you. But I'm gonna say y'all because this.
And I'm part of it. Yeah, some would say I'm one of the best.
Why do y'all like try to star shit? Y'all ask certain questions. Y'all know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Behind it, if a person answer it wrong or answer it right. You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
So
there's
like,
levels to it. Like when we were just having the conversation about YouTubers right there, I could name fucking GD YouTubers that I'm sure you don't like. That totally just opened the door for you to shit talk them,
I
right?
like everybody.
But I didn't say it because I'm like, whatever. I'm just not even going to attempt to sort of draw you into talking shit about somebody, right?
I want to go answer it.
Right. Well, see, I didn't. But I'm just saying, like, every interview is a big decision, especially when you're dealing with shit where, like the obvious one is the Cairo interview that he did, where, you know, that's definitely going to close doors for him, but it also might open doors. And it was probably the most money he ever made in a month on YouTube. So, I mean, as an interviewer, it's kind of on you. Like every question you ask is a different decision. Like, how is this going to impact me? Because I've been in interviews where I was like thinking in my head, like I could ask this question and I know they're going to answer it honestly, but it might really start some shit. And I don't know if this guy has the self-control to not say what I think he might say. Type shit.
Nah, that's when they go to that's about the person who getting interviewed. It's all about you now. Ball in your court once they ask you the wrong thing.
But you're 30. You're a pretty smart dude. You clearly have the mental facilities to not talk about some crazy shit. Because I was just on a Joe Budden podcast, and we were getting into an argument about this where they were talking about
Joe Budden?
Yeah. They were talking about an interview I did with FBG Cash, and they were like basically saying like, why would you ask him about Durk or whatever like this? And I'm like, this motherfucker is all he talks about is music half the time. You know, it's like this is shit that he's putting out there. How can you blame me for asking the question? And they're talking about him like he's a fucking like a little kid, and I'm like, this is a grown ass man. I'm asking him this like he has the ability to just say no, like, or just be like I interview people all the time where I ask them about somebody they have beef with, and they're just like, I don't know nothing about him. Like they just shrug it off like that. I seen you do this in interviews with people where people ask you shit about street shit that I know you got something to say, I know you got all kinds of knowledge, and you just nah, I'm just not. You know, it's super easy to just say no.
No.
Right.
Just no.
You just say no.
That's it.
Everybody's going to respect that, especially if it's something that they know is a little controversial, right?
Yeah. People, you know, some people going to answer it, some people ain't going to answer it.
But okay. Is it over the line, hypothetically, for an interviewer to interview a street dude and ask him about somebody that he knows that they have issues with? Is that enticing violence when you know that the person that they're dissing is somebody who's capable of doing something?
I mean, I'm going to say yeah, because like the interviewer might go right behind that person and go interview the person he was talking about now. Them interviews going to lead to something else, maybe. Maybe not. Some people be like, man, fuck that shit. Some people just be bop. Some people be like, you ever be seeing them little things that be like all on the internet, like Facebook, YouTube and shit, be dogs. They be at the gate barking like a motherfucker at each other.
Right.
And the gate are open and the motherfuckers are just walking through that motherfucker like ain't nothing happened.
That's Instagram.
That's a lot. No, that's just a lot of these niggas.
That's a rap.
A lot of this shit be going on, like,
right.
But you got some people you better not open their gate.
Yeah.
It's going down. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right. Because nobody...
Y'all need to stop doing that, though. Y'all do need to stop doing that.
Nobody
Don't
would
ask
ever look
nothing
at me and
about
Vlad and act like we were fucked up for asking a rapper about a beef with another rapper that everybody knows is just a rapper. But then as soon as you're talking to dudes like, you know, who people think there's a reasonable chance that they could do something violent, all of a sudden it takes a little bit of a different tone.
Like I say, y'all just need to stop that. I ain't gonna have blood. Y'all need to stop doing that.
Who's the worst culprits, though? You think that we're actually over the line, or you think it's just individual instances?
Say that again.
Is it a pervasive problem where you see it all the time? Because this is the thing, too, is if you're going to say that me and Vlad have done a little over-the-line stuff when interviewing people, you also probably got to point out a fuckload of different YouTubers, because the smaller YouTubers don't get the attention, but a lot of times they ask the really spicy shit and the detailed shit about rappers that the general public doesn't know that much about. And those, a lot of times, I feel like are the interviews that are going to get somebody into a situation.
You're correctly right. You're 100% right. You're correct. Because, like, some interviewers don't know how to go around the question that they're trying to ask.
Mm.
They just directly say it, knowing the camera right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why do y'all do that, though? Is it for the views, the subscribers, and the money? All three?
Well, they want to know.
They want to know.
If you had something in the public eye with another rapper and they want to know about it, is it out of line for an interviewer to ask about it? I don't really think so. But although it does, it certainly depends.
To me, like, you this your job, shit, so it's expected, so I ain't gonna really say you out of line. You feel what I'm saying? If a motherfucker send themselves off and answer it, then they out of line.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that's your job. A motherfucker gonna expect before they go to the interview, all right, they finna ask some off the wall ass questions, who, what the band, you know what I'm saying? It's just some people will answer something, people will flip their answer.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Or some people may not know how to answer your question correctly. Feel me?
I'm going to say this, though, is that rappers say so much more on their own social media, most rappers, on their own social media and in songs, than you would ever get them to say in an interview. Look at like Vaughn. Look at the kind of shit Vaughn was saying in his lyrics. And then look how he acted in an interview. Yeah, he's not talking about aggressive shit or violent shit or whatever. Durk, look at just Durk's verse on the Lil Zay Osama song. If I do an interview with Durk right now, he's not saying anything like that. The songs are always infinitely more spicy than the interviews.
It's just art.
Right.
It's art. It's art.
Right.
It's different than you just asking me.
And that's the cover. That's why they'll do it in a song and not in an interview. Because an interview feels like a fucking police interrogation where like everything you're saying is real, you know?
Exactly. But it's art.
Right. But art can be based in real life.
Man, art could be fake as fuck.
Right.
Art could be fake. You could create some shit that don't exist really.
Mm-hmm. You could.
Ugly ass monster on the picture.
Right.
In front of it with the downtown background right there. You know that shit don't exist though.
I'm not trying to convince you how real some certain drill rappers' lyrics are. I'm sure you know.
Nah, I ain't saying you trying to convince me. I don't feel like you trying to convince me.
No, but it's just there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of reasons why rap lyrics get brought up in indictments and shit like that. A lot of rappers, they take it a little further. But meanwhile, we don't really see interviews in federal paperwork and shit. It's been very rare over the years.
I mean, shit. It's art.
It's art.
You gotta protect black art.
That's what they say.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck else a motherfucker just gonna do how we gonna perfect our craft if we can't just look at urban novels. Them books be good as hell. You know what I'm saying?
I never read one. I don't
read an
think.
urban novel? You should read one.
Give me one.
Read The Cartels.
The Cartels.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a series on. Like, for real, read them. Shit's so good, but it's fake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's art. The shit is just art.
Right.
That's all it is. It's art. People just take shit wrong.
But if in one of those books there was a murder, and then the author of that book was suspected of a murder and charged with a murder, and then there's a storyline in the book that is eerily similar to the situation that happened in real life, the cops are going to say, let's use this book as evidence because we think that you were kind of writing about yourself. So a lot of rappers, yeah, they might not be giving you the specifics, obviously, but when they can make it line up, they can make it line up, right?
I don't know, bro. My boy. I don't know, boy. I just tell you, bro, we just make music.
This is
That's
true.
I'ma speak for all rappers. We just make music, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We make music. Some of us go off our mood. Some of us go off the mood. We just make music. Like I say, some of the shit. Urban novel books be good as hell. You feel what I'm saying? You got a point, and I got a bigger point.
Okay. Talk to me about the music. Where are you at with the music?
I'm actually.
And can you pull the mic in a little bit?
I'm actually then about to work on another project.
Okay.
I got some decent features that's going on there. Shit.
Who?
I don't want to tell you yet. I got some decent features though. I've been working though.
When was there like a moment when you really decided you were going to take the music more serious? Was it Vaughn inspiring you?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's exactly when I knew I was finna take this shit serious.
Really?
When I seen him go crazy, I said it's over with. And he inspired me to get back on my shit. I knew it was like it was time. You know what I'm saying? I watched him go up. When I got out here, he just had this little OCF chain on a little regular little rope and shit, and couple thousand on him. He was fresh as hell though. You feel me? And it looked good, you know what I'm saying? I ain't used to seeing folks with jewelry on and a couple thousand and then fresh as hell, you feel me? I'm saying? Folks looked good, you feel me?
Because like O-Block's music scene popped off in like 2011, 2012 or whatever, but it's like Sosa was out of there real quick. And so it was kind of like, it gave so much acclaim to O-Block, but it was like kind of a period of not as much going on for like 4 years or something, however many years until Vaughn sort of popped off, right?
For sure. Folks brought life back to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Folks brought real light back, you know? And a motherfucker can't really take that because it's like the doors done look like they was closed on the block on the right scene, you feel me?
Right.
Folks want to kick that bitch back open. And let us all come in, you feel me?
Right.
So yeah, for sure, he most definitely inspired me to keep going and go harder and take this shit serious.
Right.
You feel me? Vaughn, Vaughn should be the definition of loyalty. Or loyal and loyalty, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shorty was like he had inspired you. He was motivating. He was the motivator. He was the motivation of people. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Shorty had a gift. You feel me?
100%. Are you like in terms of your music getting better? Because I definitely like hear the progress when I'm listening to it. What makes you get better? Is it just purely making more and more and more songs, or what's your mentality?
It's always working. You gotta work. Everybody that got a job, work. You feel me? What this is hooping, they gonna go practice. You feel me?
Right.
So you gotta work. But he taught me like, don't go in there just rapping because you could rap, because you could rhyme, and hey man, you gotta make that shit make sense. You gotta go in there and say raw shit, you know? Like everything gotta be raw, you hear me?
Right.
Every line, you feel me? Don't go in here, skip lines, there 4 lines, you saying raw. Every line gotta be raw, all 12 bars, all 16 bars, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's the beat, you feel what I'm saying?
And Vaughn was progressive with his flows.
For Sure.
You know, like he really pushed it, and like a lot of drill rappers kind of fall into a rhythm of just sort of rapping like whatever the other pop and drill songs are out at that time, you know, and he like really pushed himself to just like develop different flows, more like and more as his career went on, you know.
He had his own sound. He had his own sound, like he really had his own sound. You know, a lot of people you could hear somebody in a lot of people. You feel me? He had his own sound. I be hearing people now sound like him. You feel me? So it's like
all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Shorty was cold, bro. He was raw as hell.
Let me ask you this: it feels like in the whole history of O Block being a thing, that you never were really in a position where you had like a really lit rapper dissing where you're from. And then fast forward to 2022, we got Youngboy talking about O Block Pack getting rolled up. How does that feel that one of the most popular rappers is putting that kind of shit out into the world?
Man, that shit is what it is, blood. Motherfucker diss O Block all the time, blood. So you know.
Right. But usually more minor characters.
That shit ain't about shit. You hear me? It really ain't. It ain't about shit.
Doesn't bother you?
Nah.
Shoebox did this song though. He was burning green rags.
Maybe it bothered him then.
I mean, he saw the opportunity and he grabbed it.
You know what I'm saying? So shit, that shit don't bother me, man.
Right.
You know? It is what it is, blood.
Right. Can you listen to Youngboy and O Block anymore?
Nah, we don't play Shorty over there.
Not publicly, maybe like in your room. Not even in your room, nobody around.
Hey, look though.
You got like the KGB like knocking on people's doors, like.
Yeah, if you're a YB fan, just say that.
Oh, I am, of course.
Right, look, we go. Hey, look, we listen to Smirk and V-Roy.
Oh yeah, but I listen. I listen to Durk and Vaughn probably more than Youngboy, but I like Youngboy too.
Listen to 21 and Lil Baby now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we gotta do that too.
Yeah. So.
Who's your favorite rappers, irrespective of where they're from? People that you really listen to and you get inspiration from.
Coming up, my favorite rapper was like the Gucci, the Wakas, Smirk shit, you know, 21, you feel me? I ain't really got a lot of favorite rappers. I don't really listen to people though. I be still listening like a lot of old shit, like shit I was coming up off. Shit that's going on now, shit when I just got out of jail, shit I ain't listen to because I was in jail.
You listen to Donda?
Kanye?
Yeah, the last couple Kanye albums.
Nah, I ain't never heard none of the Kanye was.
You didn't order the stem player? You had to like order like a little speaker so you could listen to the second one?
Why you telling me I gotta order a little speaker?
I don't know. It's like $200 or some shit.
Nah, I ain't never heard Kanye West album.
I mean, that was his marketing plan for that at least. But because the reason why I say that is because Durk said in that song, the Lil Zay song, he said that in the rack, he's bigger than Yeezy. He's the GOAT. I'm trying to figure it out. Who's the GOAT of Chicago? Is it got to be Kanye? Because realistically, he's a billionaire.
Man, listen here. All right, that's cool. We know he a big. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? He from Iraq. He a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Shorty got the rat. You hear me? Shorty got the rat. Smirk got the rat. You feel me? So he the GOAT in the streets in the city. He way bigger than that, man. He bigger than Yeezy. Folks say he the GOAT. He the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That's folks say.
Right.
Folks got the rack. They listen to Smirk, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. The rack listen to Smirk like no diss to Kanye. Ain't too many people playing Kanye shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They listen to Smirk shit.
But okay, it's like in LA, you got Dr. Dre, you got Snoop, and then you got like Kendrick. Who's the king of LA? I mean, they're in different categories. Like Kendrick might be the hottest rapper in LA. They might be the biggest legends. You know,
I don't know about no king no more about LA.
You never heard of Kendrick Lamar?
I mean, I know about shit. They about to be listening to his shit more, you know.
But I'm just saying that like Snoop is in a position where he's such a legend in LA that it doesn't fucking matter if he never drops a song again.
That's you know, Snoop Dogg, the first person you think I really, you gonna think of Snoop.
Right.
Feel me? So if you want to put it like that.
But Kanye's like that, where it's like he don't have to drop music.
Man, you're not finna trick me on my question, man. Smirk. Say smirk.
Okay.
I mean, you said it one time, Adam. Smirk.
Schmirk.
There you
go. Yeah, man. Okay. What are we talking about here? I don't know. How is life these days? Like, what's important to you? What have you been focusing on? What's your time going into? Just being a dad, a big part of it?
No, that's the main part. My main focus is getting right with my kids, man. Like, doing better. Doing, like, way better. Step it all the way up. You feel me? Like, so I'm emotional. Like, I want all us to live together. So I hope they mamas let it happen. That I could live with all my kids. They can move with me. You feel me? So I want to do my career shit and family. I'm big on family. You feel what I'm saying? I'm very family oriented. So
right.
I gotta do better. So that's what I've been trying to do. Focus on getting better with the family, with the kids and shit, you know, and get bigger.
You sober these days besides the weed? You drink a little bit? I felt like it was going to be a yes, but maybe not.
Hell nah.
Okay, you're still young.
Yeah, I'm still young.
Still having a good time?
Yeah. How are you?
38. I'm just smoking.
You 38?
38, baby.
You on that? You on that shit, boy.
Spicy.
You was not. What you was not doing before you came out here, man?
What was I doing before I came out here?
Before you just came out there, motherfucker.
Oh, in that room?
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast of the dude I got an interview before this, or after this.
Oh, yeah.
So I was listening to another podcast. But also, it's like, there's a problem when people come in where if I'm in here with you for like 20 minutes before they get the cameras turned on and shit, we're liable to have a whole fucking conversation that realistically would be really good to just get on camera, you know? So sometimes I try to lay low and just be answering emails when the guest gets here, and then I can creep in. We had a good conversation before this that they didn't get to hear.
Nah, for sure.
About, like, basically, if you did a store in Chicago, like a hip hop oriented store, I'm sure there are plenty, but you know, how much of a liability is that if you're fucking with different artists and shit who are from certain places, you know, how much of a concern that would be?
I ain't gonna lie, like, it just be like, it's all about the company, Keith. I'm just like, you heard of Steve from Exclusive 773?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Steve, he from Chicago. He started off on like 87 at Messiness, you feel me? And excuse me. Steve, he elevated, you feel me? He elevated, he had a store. And Steve, he started off, people would probably think like, oh yeah, Steve was fucking with just the OTF people like only, but in actuality, the whole Chicago was fucking with Steve, you feel me? Everybody, you feel me?
Right.
So it's like, it's all about how you play that shit. Like, you can't come up in that motherfucker like, all right, I finna only fuck with them. All right, they gonna look at you as, you feel me? Like,
right.
You gotta be able to do business with everybody, you feel me? Like, that's you right now. You do business with everybody, you feel me? So
you don't hold it against me?
Nah,
you
that's
see me
your job.
interviewing an op?
That's you doing your job. If I hold that against you, I would have turned your interview down. Like, I don't want to be on that. Hell no.
Right.
I ain't tripping. You got to do your job, man.
But you're mature about it, because there's a lot of younger rappers who, they're not so understanding.
That shit. I ain't got no ops.
Right.
Like, I ain't got no ops. You know what I'm saying? See me, leave me the fuck alone. leave me alone. I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't.
You don't got a short list of people you don't like?
I like everybody, you hear me?
Right.
I like everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't put myself in no positions to be around people that don't fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So easy to ignore people you don't like, right?
That's what I've been learning lately. Hey, ignore everybody, everything.
I think that's what a lot of people think when they're watching like certain rap crews go against each other. Is like, damn, couldn't they just like ignore each other? Usually there's a good reason why they can't at a certain point, but yeah.
When I was young, it's just the shit. That shit, to some people, that shit probably fun.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, it was fun to be just dissing back and forth.
Right.
Shit was fun. Like, let me see. Make a song better. See how many views I get. See how many views I get. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit, it's still stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still stupid.
You listen to New York drill at all?
I listen to a few like not much. I probably listen to them like around the Box and DQ them. They're more
tuned into that.
Like, I still like throw the rowdy in them on and shit. Like I still listen to their old shit, some of their new shit. Like I fuck with Rowdy hard. That's my boy. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm always play faux shit. You know?
Right.
So, it's a few that little B-Love and them, they little ass nice. I fuck with the New York little drill though. They doing their thing.
Let me ask you something. When you look at the younger generation of kids coming up out of like O-Block or Chicago in general, are they more fucked up on drugs or less fucked up on drugs? Like, is that problem getting worse or is it getting better in terms of? I'm thinking.
Say that again. Say that one more time.
Like the new crop of young people coming up out of Chicago. I feel like one thing. When the whole Sosa Wave, Glow Gang, all that shit was coming out, a lot of us were like, holy fuck, there's a lot of drugs being done in this situation. A lot of lean, a lot of pills, etc. You think that the kids are still like that, or are they maybe being a little less interested?
Oh, no, it's fucked up now. You hear me?
I'm a little too optimistic.
These little motherfuckers out here some motherfucking hypes.
Really?
Man, you hear me? They got the motherfucker, the fettuccine out there now.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful on the shit you popping around this bitch. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't want to run across one of them things. You run across one of them things, boy.
Right.
Yeah, might not wake up.
That's a real concern. You know people that happen to.
I don't pop that shit.
Right.
I don't be popping that shit. I'm scared of that shit. I don't know what the fuck gonna happen.
Is that a big part of why? I don't think I could ever take a pill again unless I fucking came from the pharmacy. I'll be too scared.
That's only how I gotta see that motherfucker come up out of there.
Right.
Other than that, yeah, no. I don't. Even at that, I still ain't go. I don't really like that shit. I don't like that shit. Like
I wish I could say that.
I don't like downers and shit. Like I don't like being down like that lean and shit.
You never really got into the lean?
I did before, like when I was fucking with it, like, but I ain't never been addicted. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I just got high when I came out here because the plane was so motherfucking long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't fuck with that shit though. Like it'd be for reasons like this. You feel
I would sleep all day.
I can't sleep.
I would sleep all day. If I had drank lean every day, I would be sleeping 16 hours a day. Like that shit just knocks me on my ass.
Nah, that's too much sleeping, baby.
Yeah.
It's too much sleeping. You know what I mean? Losing money and all type of shit.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You fuck with the ex before?
Yeah, back in the day. It's been a long time. I don't know what kind of new superpowered ecstasy they got though. You want one right now?
Hell no.
You rolling right now?
Hell no.
Is it cool to just do ecstasy and kick it with the homies, or you got to be with a girl?
Shit, I'm talking about like, if you with the guys, you know, y'all gonna be out thing, y'all gonna be doing, it's gonna be busting, you know, y'all party, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be busting around the homies.
You wanna be busting with the bitch?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that show, I would wanna go in a day with the bitch, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Blow a motherfucking back out like 50 minutes or something.
I remember one of the best nights I ever had in my life. I met a girl on fucking Tinder, and then
You said what?
Tinder.
What the fuck is
It's like
that?
a dating app. This is like
you be off the dating apps and shit?
Well, I used to be, and I've been with the same girl for 6 years, so not anymore. But it was like 2012, right? So this app just first comes out, and you can meet chicks on it. And there's like a lot of chicks on it, and so I meet some fucking hot Asian girl. She's like, "What do you want to do?" And she had said something about having Molly. And I'm like, "Shit, let's meet up at this bar, and we're gonna pop those Mollies and see what happens." She's like, "All right." I meet up with her. We fucking each order a drink. We each pop the Molly. We probably got back to my crib by 11. I think I like came to at like 8 in the morning when the sun came up because I was just off this Molly, just fucking the shit out of this girl for like an eternity. It gets real.
Man, I ain't did no Molly. Last time I did a Molly, I was with C-Day.
Okay.
I think I threw up in the bitch car. One of the little bitches from the block. My granddaddy car, some shit like that. I was driving, and the police was finna pull me over. I'm like, damn. That shit just started coming out. They pull up like, look, hey, man, just get the fuck on, man. Oh, no. Oh, what the fuck? I wasn't really feeling that money shit.
Right.
Money.
That's too much.
That's too fucking much.
Getting locked up and having to do a Molly come down while you're locked up. You can't even get water and food like you want. Like, oh, Lord, hell no.
Nah, that Molly ain't right. That shit ain't right.
You never going to leave the gas behind, though?
I'm actually
thinking
about stop smoking. I've been thinking about it. It's too much shit. They tell me that's fettuccine on the weed now. I'm cool.
Hell no. You never got hit with that.
Man, they says they got fentanyl on weed now, boy. You ain't been
Who told you that? I don't believe it, though.
That shit been all on the internet.
But there's a lot of fake shit about fentanyl. People.
Hey, listen here. I don't want to play with that shit, boy.
Okay, but have you seen that there's this whole thing with cops where they claim that they have overdoses just by touching fentanyl? But then, like, the science of it says that that's impossible and that basically all these cops are suffering from this, like, collective delusion where they all believe that they're actually genuinely passing out by fucking getting a little tiny speck of fentanyl on their finger.
That's what cops do. They do shit like that. You know, these motherfuckers don't be right. You be like, boo, they fall and charge you.
Right.
It's
like a basketball game.
They flopping around.
Yeah. Cops are like that. Because think about it. There's no negative to them trying to get away with this bullshit. But I don't know, man. They call in the ambulance and shit. Imagine faking that. Like, I think they really believe that they actually have been poisoned by the fentanyl.
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. Who knows?
I'm scared of that shit.
Right. I asked Shoebox this, but I want to ask you too. Could Akademiks go to O-Block?
Hey, what you want? Why wouldn't he be able to come up with that?
That's what I'm saying. Because when I asked Shoebox, he's like, I don't know, yeah, why the fuck not? Like, but then when I'm doing the interview with Joe Budden, he's acting like what Akademiks did with the war in Chirac was this mortal sin that he caused so much violence and death, and there's blood on his hands. And I'm like, bro, I don't really believe it. I don't think anybody over there really thinks that. You were never hopping on the phone with your homie like, damn, you see the new war in Chirac? That shit came out, and then so and so shot so and so. No, he was talking about some shit that already happened, right?
Next question.
Okay. Were you all up in those videos? He give you a cool nickname? He didn't call you like the Mega Man of Chirac?
Hey, stop playing with me, boy.
Either Super Mario or Chirac.
Stop playing with me, boy.
About to hop on a mushroom.
Hey, send me up an interview.
With Ak?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Send me up an interview with Ak.
I'd be happy to. You got grievances with him, or would it be all friendly?
I don't know, Ak.
Right.
I ain't never met him.
You got any beef with him? Like any issues?
I just told you I like everybody. I ain't got no beef with nobody, man.
Okay.
No, don't send me on no interview with Ak to think about it. No.
I would like to see that. That would be very interesting.
What's up with Ak anyway? What's wrong with Ak?
What's wrong with him? I mean, it's cool, yeah. Okay. All right. What do you want to tell the people? What they got to keep their eyes out for?
Keep it fucking 3Ds on, man. I'm finna drop another project, man. This bitch gonna be so exclusive. So many big raw ass features. You know what I'm saying? It ain't I could really take the motherfuckers off and still this bitch gonna be so exclusive though. But you know I'm throw my boy on now. I'm gonna get it to y'all. A smirk on that, but I ain't telling y'all nobody else. I'm
streaming numbers going up.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do it like that. But
You know, shout out my people, man. Shout out all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, man. We going up, you know. You gotta keep our head up in this shit, you know. And to the kids out there, man, stay positive, man. Do what you gotta do. Listen to your parents, man. You know, go to school, man, and be somebody in this shit, you know. Break the curse. If the family ain't shit, you break the curse, man, and go crazy, you know. That's you know, it's all going up. 2023 on the way, you know. So we just gotta take it from there.
Put the switches down and pick up a book.
Yeah, put the switches down for sure and pick up a book.
Maybe I'll put that on a shirt.
For sure.
It's kind of catchy.
I know. Yeah.
All right, BossTop. Appreciate you, man.
For sure, man.
Much needed.
You, man.
Sit down. Appreciate you, dog.
For sure.
BossTop, O-Block, No Jumper. Coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, etc. Like, comment, and subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support. Appreciate y'all.
For sure, love.